Welcome to Fix My Trick. I'm Cheryl, and today we're going to look at a back handspring and see if we can maybe give some tips on how we can help this young lady to improve what she already has going. Just a disclaimer, we found this on YouTube through, I think it's called Funny Vines, and we are not trying to infringe on anyone's copyright or anything like that. So we just wanted to show the clip because we felt like it was the perfect opportunity to share a common mistake that beginning tumblers make. And so without further ado, let's see if we can fix this trick. Here she goes, and oh, boom, yikes. We need to fix this. So here in this first little freeze frame, we can see where I've circled her feet. Her foot position shows that she probably hopped a little sideways on her hurdle, probably trying to line up with the line that's on the mat, and therefore her front leg is turned out. So she's already, her body's out of alignment. And then you can also see in the next frame that her head is up and her arms are out in front of her. They're not up above her head where they should be to keep that body in line. Okay, here her hands have contacted the mat, and it looks to me like, well, first of all, you can see that her left arm is turned outward. So her fingers are pointing in the direction she's going. It actually should be pointed in. Your thumb should be pointed at your other hand, if not kind of at your belly button, because you want to be able to have that arm in a position that can easily rotate as you transition from your cartwheel position into your snap down. The second leg obviously is late to snap up to the first, and so that's going to cause a late snap down, which then means her weight will all be in front of her when her feet hit the ground. Here you can really see how she's leaning forward. Her weight is over her toes. She's got her hips and knees all pushing forward, and her arms again are out in front of her. They're not against her ears, and she's not in any kind of what we call a hollow position, which is a shape of the body that keeps the alignment from the hips all the way up to the fingertips. And that should be a nice solid kind of hollow position that you hit as you go into the trick. Here you can really see what's happened the second half of her back handspring, where she's supposed to be doing the snap down. You can see that her body, first of all, is a little bit turned. It's a quarter turned, and that's part of the reason it was important that she have that arm and hand in the right position from her round off in the beginning. So now she's turned already. Her legs, it's not just being bent that's the problem, it's that they're apart, they're loose, her body's not tight at all. You can see the big sagging arch in her body, her head is shoved forward, her arm is bent. There's nothing tight and straight and hollow about this this body position. So the snap down that is that flicking motion that comes down to get your hips under you to be ready for the second back handspring, it's not going to happen. My guess is she's going to land on her toes, and she's going to be pushing forward instead of up. Yep, and here you see that second half, the landing of that back handspring. She is definitely on her toes. She's almost in a full squat. Well, she is in a full squat position, but her knees are pushing forward out over her toes. So that means all of her weight is pushing forward out of her toes. So as soon as she goes to extend her body, she's going to shove her hips forward. And what it actually is doing is shoving everything forward. So she's not going to be able to sit and press backward like she needs to do to get the power in that back handspring. She's got to be able to go up and back. And she's not going to be able to do it in the position she's in right now. Yep, here you can see in the initial flight, she's not pushed through straight at all. So there's not much force, and her arms are not at her ears. They're still in front of her, which shows that she's throwing her head through the whole thing. And she has pushed herself forward to the point that I'm sure her feet are going to end up almost in front of her where they were standing when she goes through this, when actually she should have been going backwards quite a bit with her body as well as up. But here she's just kind of, everything's rotating forward, and she's not going to make that second back handspring. Yeah, you can see right here, if you notice, her feet are stretched out in front of where her where she was just at. So her body is definitely rotating, I should say backward, I guess, but her feet are moving behind where she was standing instead of extending. And I think she's starting to think of bailing right now. Here is where she actually decides to bail. You can see it. She is saying, heck no, this isn't going well. And you can see she's starting to turn, to rotate around to try and catch herself. I think on the next clip, you'll see even more evident. Yeah, here you can see the full bail. She is just twisting out. Let's take one more look at, in maybe slow motion, at the whole thing, and hopefully you can follow through and see all of the things I pointed out. And yep, so well, someone should probably be helping this young girl with her her progress. She has potential. I mean, the first back handspring's not that bad in her tumbling run. I think it's just a matter of improving that body shaping and understanding why it's important that you push all the way through your toes, why it's important that you extend your body and that you keep those body positions tight and in line. If you're not in alignment when you take off from the beginning, everything has happened to either correct or it's going to cause you to go off. You don't have much choice after that to correct midway. So you've got to get that round off and that snap down correct. The hurdle, actually, I should even start with the round off. The hurdle, a hurdle is a way to get yourself in alignment. Everything's tight, everything's pushing forward, and you're ready to make that power move. But you should be able to do a round off from a step. And if you can't do a round off rebound from a step, the hurdle's not going to help you much. You've got to learn how to make that round off powerful and proper in order to get the full snap down. So hopefully somebody's working with her on that, and we'll maybe see a video of her with her improved version. That would be nice to know. So comment down below. Let me know if there's anything you saw that maybe you could make some suggestions or help this lady out. We'd love to see what your opinion is on that. And please remember to subscribe, share us with your friends. This is new. We just decided, with all of our experience in coaching, that it would be fun to kind of share that. Now that I'm retired from coaching, I would like to share the knowledge that I gained. So also be sure to check out our book that's in the description, Tumbling, Learn to Flip, Not Flop. And you can find that in most regular bookstores. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.